They look fired up, sprinting out there. It's quite a side. They've got a couple of Origin players coming off their bench in Collins and Crichton. Luke Keary, a couple of tries here back in 2020 against the Cowboys.
Well, he's become the general and carries the responsibility of wearing that number 7. Luke Keary. It has been a soft start by the Roosters. A good win against Manly, but they were beaten comfortably by the Knights in round 1, and then against South Sydney last week. I don't think I've seen the Roosters players frantic as they have. So a lot of pressure on the 7, Keary, in all facets, and then, well, he is one of the keys if they are to turn their season on, and I think James Tedesco would thrive on the challenge that faces him. If he plays well, you would think that the Roosters have got enough around him to get a win tonight, but if they can contain James Tedesco, the Cowboys, they'll be right in this one.
And over to the Cowboys, ready to come on. It's been a while since they've had so much momentum going into a home game. There's a great feel about the side. It would be a disappointment, a bitter one at that, if they took a step back from last Sunday. Did, and was outstanding last Sunday along with his team. A career best game. Yeah,
most try assists in the competition so far through the opening 3 rounds. 3 of those try assists came against the Broncos last week. A couple of line breaks through the year too. He likes running the football, which is a good thing because Townsend is more a passer and a kicker. Did has taken on the responsibility to take the line on, and as we said earlier, Val Holmes scintillating last week against the Broncos.
A shout out to those watching Saturday morning in the north of England. Kevin Nangama, the St Helens crew, will be very interested to see how he goes tonight. Underway on a Saturday night in Townsville. The Roosters have the ball first, and Wairia Hargreaves into the starting side is hammered by Gilbert. First tackle of the match. There's one of the young tyros on show, putting a mark on JWH. First tackle, watch this. McLean and Gilbert.
Yeah, McLean there, and Jared Wairia-Hargreaves, his first start of the season, played 3 games off the bench, but they thought they'd mix it up a bit. Wairia-Hargreaves wears one. The Cowboys, it was quite obvious last week against the Broncos in the opening 5 minutes that they were the team that were ready, and they look ready tonight.
Punching that tackle too from Nanai on Radley, with Robson there as well. They're sprinting out, trying to put pressure on Keary. Gets the kick away. And first use for the Cowboys with Lungi from the wing. Good young player. And they are 30 metres away from their line. And Cole Felt, he's the veteran there in the back line. The 130-year-old. Who won that carry. Now Tabuai-Fidow taking on Hutchison. 3rd consecutive week that Hutchison has been the starting hooker in the Roosters side. Taumalolo is cropped tonight. McLean there. Interesting to see if Jason plays the same minutes, just a little over 50. Townsend bombs from 45 metres out. Perfectly weighted. Tedesco with it. Just out from his own line. Collected a little high. Tedesco goes into tonight. 98 career tries, 48 of those for the Roosters. Snupo on this carry. Ghana with it, 3 fabulous years at St Helens. Returns to the NRL, 33 years of age. 12 years since he first appeared in the top grade. Tikiaho there, just short of the 40-metre line. Solid opening. Wairia-Hargreaves with it. It's like an old-fashioned softening up period, really.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on the middles for the Roosters. They lacked punch last week against South Sydney.
Keary again, the kicker. He was hit, was he in air? We will find out in a moment. Was he off the ground? No, they say. Tabuai-Fidow to Felt. Keary didn't complain. He got straight back to his feet.
Well, the chase of the Roosters matching the enthusiasm that the Cowboys are showing in the opening couple of minutes. Well, there's no doubt he was
taken in the air. So there's one, but a penalty now goes to the Cowboys. Quite a big swing, really. If they're absolute black and white on the ruling, it's penalty Roosters, and they're now on the attack. But it's gone the other way now with the Cowboys penalty. Interesting tap there from Hiku on the run.
Very quick, to get it through the pass just as the referee called held.
Just after the call of held, he was allowed to go again. Turns in now for Reuben Cotter. Here's another one who revelled in the going last Sunday coming off the bench. He's such a goer, Reuben Cotter. And he's earned a spot in the starting side tonight, middle forward.
60 minutes last week against the Broncos.
Robson, clean, almost lost the handle on it there. So the Cowboys have got themselves in position. You can see 25 metres out. Robson to Townsville. Then Engling back inside with Gilbert. Last tackle it is. It was a slow play the ball did, and then with the bomb. Chasers being led by Nanai. He was close, but Momirovski got there. It's almost as if Nanai could not negotiate the traffic there. He's one to watch under the high ball, the Cowboys back rower.
Yeah, you would expect them to be kicking that way a lot tonight. He scored 3 tries off kicks last week as the Roosters get a penalty.
Stay behind it there.
And he scored a very good one against the Raiders. So he scored 3 off bombs. Nanai, he's a great athlete, great in the air.
Well, Brent Tate is the Townsville resident. Really good feel going into this game. He's on the sideline. G'day, Brent.
G'day, Vossi. G'day, Brandy. Beautiful evening here up in North Queensland. It's about 26 degrees and the pitch is absolutely spectacular. Big shout out to the North Queenslanders. They sold 20,000 tickets here tonight and the crowd's absolutely pumping. So plenty of high hopes for the Cowboys, but they do face their biggest test tonight as another penalty.
Cowboys ping there. Penalty on halfway. And they've taken the tap to Desco. There's the JT swerve. They've got a JT back in Townsville. They've got Jason Taumalolo. They've got James Tedesco on show tonight. So we'll see Tokiaho on that run. So Crichton and Collins to come in off the bench for the Roosters tonight. Also Connor Watson. Now Keary to the right. Oh, quick hands, Manu Ngama now. On the wing. Did it in defence. Nice front on defence, but a good sweep right from the Roosters. Manu, Keary, Warrior Hargreaves. Radley was hit running through after the dummy was thrown.
1 foot.
Halfway through the set. Hutchison, right side, Keary, dangerous. Butcher spins, Dearden. Hands on for dear life there, Dearden. Hutchison, Walker, last tackle play. Tupou's a weapon in there. Batted it back, and a try just like that. Momirovski. We're going to see some aerial action tonight. There's some really good leapers, but Tupou's up with the best.
Yeah, back-to-back penalties saw the field position gained by the Roosters, and then on the last play, Sam Walker throws one up towards Daniel Tupou, and you got to be good in the air, and there's the...
Yeah, wow.
Gee whiz, I think that was just a drop ball there by Siwa Taukeiaho. James Tedesco got on with it pretty quickly. Nat Butcher went close, and then on the last play, Sam Walker, the crossfield kick. You've got to be good to beat Kyle Felt in the air. Daniel Tupou with his height bats it back. Momirovski waiting and plunges across the try line for the opener.
His first stint with the Roosters, got a couple of tries in 2 games, and now back at the Roosters. A grand final winner, no less. Has now got his 2nd try for the year. Momirovski scoring. Interesting to go over the career of Tupou. We know he has the 119 tries of his own, but it'd be interesting to know the involvements from bombs for others. So I think that'd be a fair tally. But you got Felt tonight, who's a great leaper. We've seen what young Nanai can do. And Tupou and Felt proposed. Walker's kick
Just stayed out there.
Yeah, that to me is a little bit of a problem. Walker is first choice kicker. 4-0 scoreline, Brady.
Yeah, he's such a consistent man under the high ball. As we said, Kyle Felt's very good too, but just the height advantage that Tupou had, and the fact that Felt really didn't get a run up it as much as Tupou, flew through the air, did his best just to control it and push it back. Momirovski, smart play from him just to hang behind Tupou, hoping that he'd get some crumbs, and he did. There's the coaches.
You could, yeah, King and Riles alongside each other. Trent Robinson watching from far. You're the goal kicker in the commentary team.
Hard try.
I'll get you to talk us through Sam Walker later in the night. He's only kicking at 56% in his career. He's not a strong kicker. I think it's a real problem for the Roosters. I know he works very hard. Nangama with it. Takio's another option. It's been a couple of years since Momirovski had a shot. Now Butcher with the ball. Good player. Valuable member of this team.
I think you notice that with Sam Walker, even with his general kicking game, it's not a strong kicking game. Can't put them long or high, not like other kickers in the game.
Hutchison ended up with that ball there. Hargreaves on that run. He would have loved the first confrontation of the game, I reckon. Jared, big hit right off the top of the match, just to get warmed up. He did not flinch. WI Fido with the ball. Cowboys fans think they've earned the penalty, and they have.
Very fast off the Roosters. Yeah, just left too early.
You can go mark your vocab on those ones.
And last year, that's a set restart. This year, you lose ground downfield, conceding penalty on play one. So Townsend there. And Todd Payton said, one of the reasons they signed him, he has to be the team's voice. You see it there. Quick rev up. Interesting, Townsend in that win last Sunday did not have a single run. In a winning side, they were well on top.
He's not a halfback that generally runs the ball. That's just how he's played the game.
Jared, hold this, mate.
Second ball on the field.
Tom Dearden's been making up for that. He does plenty of running.
There's Cotter. Bradley, Hutchison. Oh, Tokia, ball's come loose. Well, there's the league gods. Sorry, COCWA. The league gods have spoken. They reckon you might have got lucky before. Now you conceded a penalty.
Yeah, back-to-back penalties saw the Roosters come up with their first try. Let's see what the Cowboys can do. Roosters have had most of the footy in the opening 10.
Hutchison, yes, had his hands over the ball. Did he rip it away?
I don't think so.
There's more Cowboys player trying to rip away to play the ball quickly. 40 metres away. And on for Taumalolo. Slow to play the ball down there. This is Townsend, Dearden, 7 and 6 alongside each other. There's the running that Brandy alluded to. Dearden, Robson, Townsend, this time picking out McLean. And the Roosters are defending 20 metres away from their own line. Having scored the opening try, Taumalolo, Townsend, Gilbert. On the angle, into the old bull, then back to Taumalolo. Trying to squeeze through the defence. Big man to try and squeeze through. Now Robson, Dearden, Nanai, offloaded, risk involved, quick hands. And then Dearden, kick, he's got it back. Fast money, that ricochet of Hutchison.
Yeah, great reflexes there, Tommy Dearden.
Straight back to the Cowboys 5-8. McLean and Townsend. Slides into the Keary tackle. Becomes an enormous chance for a bounce back here for the Cowboys. Can be patient. Cotter, 10 away from the line. Robson. Tabuai Fido, there is Hiku, did not pass to Felt.
Daniel Tupou infield to make that tackle, Felt unmarked.
And you know he's got a leap in him. If he gets anywhere near the line, he'll take off. Felt, Gilbert, Holmes got away from Manu at first attempt. That's a
battle, isn't it?
Oh, that's high quality.
Manu up against Holmes.
Last tackle play, rushing up on Dearden. He's got the kick in, look for Nanai again. He can't get near the ball again. Momirovski. Now that's no coincidence. The Roosters have done their homework on this kid. He's having to
Daniel Tupou.
He hasn't had a clean run, has he, Nanai?
No, he hasn't been able to get his way around the defenders. Sam Walker that time there, just parking himself in front of Momirovski.
There is Walker in running mode. Andrew Voss, Greg Alexander, Brent Tate with you tonight. Game 3 of Super Saturday. There's the set restart. There goes Hicker. We went on with it too. We thought, well, if we're going to concede one, I might as well give him a little facial as well. Discipline from the experienced Cowboys centre. Full set inside North Queensland's half. Hutchison to Walker, to Keary, the build-up good, Tupanua loses the ball. And the tackle of Robson and Townsend. Good stuff, Cowboys play it tough.
Yeah, good defence. He came onto that hard, Tupanua. I thought it was a good ball by Keary. He crashed into the defensive line. Got on the inside of Chad Townsend, but it was Reece Robson coming across who put a good shot on Tupanua from the inside.
You could put some words to what Tupanua is saying there. Hang on, the Cowboys weren't this good last year. He was sort of half blowing up. They've improved. Roosters' good record here. They've won twice at this ground from their 2 previous visits, but overall in Townsville they've won 14 of 20.
Jared, you flopped.
Plenty of penalties early. Cowboys this time the beneficiary.
You flopped.
Flop the call.
It's been a quick turnaround for the Cowboys, hasn't it? The form they've found since round 1, when they were beaten by the Bulldogs 6-4, the question marks that were hanging over them in the pre-season, well, they intensified coming into round 2. Since then, they've been very impressive.
Now Taumalolo manhandled by Radley.
Doesn't matter who you are, if you don't run flat chat into Victor Radley, he does that to you.
No, I would have liked to have seen Radley at the Oscars the other night. If they said something about him, what he would have done. McLean, 40 metres out from the Roosters line. Robson, Gilbert, Dearden. Able to offload, that was good. That was scurrying away from trouble. Nanai with the ball, it's been knocked out of his hands, I thought. Tabuai, Fido. Roosters get one their way that time.
Yeah, that came out pretty fast. I thought it was an arm that came around. I don't know whether it was on purpose, but you're right. Dearden ran into a dead end down that short side and was able to scamper back to the open, keep play going.
He's already told me here, mate.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Look at that.
Here's Nanai now. Oh no, he was looking to offload and just lost the ball.
Good call, referee Sutton.
Lock in tight, Hamaso. Jeremiah.
That's some tackle, Radley. You know, that's Jason Taumalolo. That's whatever. Our hardest men to handle in the game is picked up and buried into the turf. Technically brilliant from Radley. Roosters into the Cowboys half. So a bit of a stop-start with the penalties and errors of the 2 teams so far.
There's 6 penalties.
To the right with Radley. Holding it up. Keary, Butcher's got a spin on him. Isaac Liu moving on to the Titans. More game time for Butcher. Tedesco. Last tackle. Do they look for Tupou again? They're on that left side. Radley to Keary. Run it to Tupanua. Good kick. Tupanua off the left foot. Really good skill from the Roosters back rower.
Now, I don't know if that was the plan. They came down that left side again and Tupanua ended up with the ball. I guess he thought, well, if no one else is going to kick it, I will. Nice touch from the back rower.
I can't, at the ready, I don't have the kicking career stats of Tupanua. In fact, I couldn't have told you whether he was a left footer or a right footer, but that left foot was deft. Line drop out with the Cowboys. So Hutchison for Ria Hargrave. Soldiering forward. Finding Cotter. And Robson. Tukiaho on this run. Play 2. 20 metres from the Cowboys line. They threaten here. Walker allowed to run. Momirovski. One more pass and Tupou would have been over in the corner. Walker again for Radley to hold it up for Tedesco. Look out on the right side. Tedesco fend away from Dearden. That's the fourth. They're looking ominous here. Manu just caught. 17.5 minutes gone. Roosters threatening to post a second. Keary wants Tupou into the action. Here comes the giraffe. There is Felt. Oh, that's high-quality stuff, that. That's really good. Two great leapers. And Felt got the job done.
Yeah, he's outstanding in the air. He really is, Kyle Felt. And he gave himself a little bit more room that time. He knew the kick was coming. Just marched himself back towards the dead ball line so he could have a better run-up to catch the ball. The kick probably just not high enough there from Luke Keary. Tupou arrived, but a fraction too late. But a great take, hands up above his head to pull it in.
Got the inside running, or surfing. Parlin's got priority there. Great take, Felt, and as a result, 7 tackles set as well as the reward. He's Dearden, the running game. Growing in confidence. Robson, short side, Tabuai-Fidow, there's Holmes. 7 tackle busts in that game last week in the 18 runs against Brisbane. Dearden's bomb, a little longer this time. Tedesco, oh, collision! Tedesco and Walker's in trouble here.
He collided with Tedesco. It was an awkward collision between the two as Romarovsky's held up. He's in a little bit of trouble, Sam Walker. The ball landed in no man's land. Tedesco had to...
Ooh, he's got a knee straight into the quad there, I think, Brandy.
I think he did too. I think it'll be a nasty cork. Hopefully that's all it is. Well, he's up and walking it off.
Well, it's going to sting. Collins is on for the Roosters, looking like a pirate there.
Last tackle, Scott.
Last it is, a really tough set, this one. Roosters get to their kick. Hutchison. Roosters have now completed 9 of 10 to start the night, but that's inflated a little by the penalties. Every time you get a penalty, that counts as a completed set.
Hold. Go one, you went forward, Clark.
Maria Hargreaves' numbers in his opening gambit: 8 hit-ups for 81 metres and half a dozen tackles, and now has a breather. Holmes on this run.
There's no doubt Maria Hargreaves added a bit of authority into the middle with his start, and that's what they would have been looking for after last week's game against South.
There's Radley again on Taumalolo. What a battle. Townsville sticks it down to the corner. Good kick. Tedesco has to play it in. Perfect. Running from a corner. That's where you want Tedesco trapped, and the follow-up is good.
A nice kick there, Chad Townsend. Just chipped it into the space where it was required. Right down in the corner there, making it tough for the Roosters. Play 3 from Tupou, who does a good job, spins out of that tackle and makes another 5.
Tupanua, great metres here. The Roosters rampant. Great run, Satili Tupanua. What a good player he is. Hutchison. Keary. Collins.
Last tackle, Tom. Go, last.
And a quick play the ball on the last as well. Keary Nangama. Oh, I don't know what Lungi was doing. Kick back in field. Dearden's got it covered. Hits him in the chest. Goes over the dead ball line. Whistle is blown.
Professional foul, Joey.
Professional foul. Oh, hang on a second.
Where does the ball bounce?
We could be talking sin bin here.
And it's Tom Dearden.
Tommy Dearden.
Wow.
Gilbert or Dearden? Time off. Okay.
Well, you said Taulangi. What was Taulangi doing? If Taulangi was watching where the ball was, he might have been up the other end scoring a try.
This could be Cowboys going to 12.
Professional foul.
Not
You're
Tom
taking
Dearden.
out, he's a chaser.
Tom Gilbert.
Gilbert's off.
Tom Gilbert. Take your pick of the Toms.
Boy.
Tom Gilbert off with 19 to go until half-time. They have 12 men. Poker face on Todd Payton. But it was witnessed by sideline official and referee, I dare say. Let's watch the rolling.
Harry Taulangi, and there it is. Gilbert just pushes Luke Keary, makes contact. Keary hits the ground.
Well, it's sin bin for silliness. That's what it is. Like, you just Made no difference.
There was 4 Cowboys back to clean the ball up. No reason at all to make any contact with Keary.
Hutchison, Keary, dummy and run. Dearden is on, Gilbert is off. Manu, Hutchison, Radley, 7 metres away from the line. And then Brown made the tackle. Tokyo's lost it. They've said knock back.
No, they haven't. No, they've called it a knock on. Taumalolo getting pats on the back from his teammates after getting off the line quick into the face of Siwa Taukeaho.
We're on the clock here, boys.
There he is, Taumalolo waiting for him.
You can
Control of it.
You can pack with 5.
That's the let off. Brent Tate on the sideline.
Yeah, that's a real let-off there for the Cowboys. They're out on their feet. Some of their forwards are really starting to drag the chain. They're taking 3 or 4 plays to get back on side when the Roosters are kicking down there. So that's a real let-off for the Cowboys.
You need 5. You need 5.
They're chewing up a bit of time with Tom Gilbert off the field. They do have the ball. And get the penalty too. Roosters offside.
They're early, mate. Down here, it's in yardage, so it's a
That's
penalty.
penalty number 7. 23
gone
minutes
early.
into the game.
It's very interesting. We really are talking with the central co-coaches tonight, seeing King and Riles in dialogue side by side. They are working as a team tonight. It isn't one head or the other, the way they're positioned there.
Still yardage. Hold.
Here's Holmes. I wonder what Trent's like. He comes across as just Mr. Sensible and very good. Would he be cool in his lounge room
No, he'd be
watching?
pacey.
No, he
He'd have to be pacey.
Work out now, Satui.
Well, Craig Fitzgibbon experienced that in round 1. And he said he was pacey.
If Trent realises the louder you shout at the TV makes no difference if a decision goes against the team. That is a viewer on Fox League tonight. Here's Nanai for the Cowboys. 42 metres away from the line. Across for Taumalolo. And there's some post-contact metres there. So the strength of him there highlights how good the Radley tackle was earlier. Dearden, ball on the last. 16 minutes from half-time. Cowboys playing with 12. Tupou and Felt it's Olympic class, really. You're talking masters in the air going head-to-head.
Oh, good shot there. Reece Robson over the top on Momirovski. I thought Momirovski did a good job just to shield
Stand up, Jason. Hold.
Tupou. He got a shove in the back for his trouble from Kyle Felt.
Tupou's turned his jersey into like an old shirt that Dennis Lilly or Jeff Thompson would wear with the chest hairs showing. There is Butcher, and they've got a penalty here.
Still gets in the head, mate.
On the field.
I know, but it's still policing.
Tough one there for
Just can't go
Tanoa
quickly,
Brown.
Luke.
And we've seen Butcher, he loves to hit and spin. He spun and fell into the tackle, basically. There wasn't much Tanoa Brown could do, but made contact with the head, so the Roosters get a relieving penalty.
Big kick for line. Look at that, 30 metres away.
Hold for the foot now.
Connor Watson on.
Yeah, that's a great touch finder.
Go, no touches.
Looks nice and slick tonight, Connor. Oh boy, what a breakdown there. They didn't practice it that way
Get him in now.
during the week.
Hit him.
Tokyo into the back of Collins. Now Walker, Tupanua. Halfway through the stint of playing with 12, the Cowboys here.
Jason, one step.
And want to get through this set.
Go two, good.
Watson, Radley, up to the line. Look out, Keary now. Tedesco, oh, superb. To Manu. Not your conventional tap on that. It was two-hander from Tedesco. But he got it done, and Manu scores the Roosters' second try.
Well, that was better than your regular tap on because he actually caught the ball above his head and then offloaded it. Just watch the work from Victor Radley. Direct, drags them in, creates the space. It was a bit of a wild one from Luke Keary, but Tedesco, arms above his head, caught it and then had to pass it. That is such a tough pass to throw. That's very good.
That's not in the manual, Brandy.
That is very good there from James Tedesco. Out to Joey Manu. And again, off the back of the penalties, they get field position. A great touch finder. They started the set on the 30. Centre field and come down the right side. Radley did such a good job there to drag those inside defenders in. He is very good at it, Victor Radley. That created the space for Luke Keary.
Jason and Matt there, I think they're saying Trent who on the back of that try. He's had a lot of try assists, but it's the first we've seen of that kind, that sort of pass. That was something special from Tedesco. So over to Walker again. His sideline stats mixed in with those goal-kicking stats. Last year from the sideline, 5 from 21. This year, not getting too much better. He hasn't had too many. He's got one here. Let's get it. No, across the face. It's another miss. 8-0 scoreline. Roosters over Cowboys. Brent.
Yeah, absolutely outstanding skill from that man on screen, James Tedesco. He said last week he was really disappointed in his performance, and what a quality player he is tonight. Just little one over the head. Such great skill. And one thing that's really impressed me with the Roosters tonight is their physicality of their forward pack. They're getting quick play the balls, running with plenty of aggression, and it's starting to wear this Cowboys pack down. Absolutely,
Tatey. I think off the back of last week against the Bunnies, they lost the middle battle, and there's no doubt there's plenty of proud front rowers in that lineup, isn't there? And Warrior Hargreaves started off the bench in the first 3 rounds. They got him out there just to set the tone, and he did that. I thought his opening 20 was brilliant.
Off long to Keary, and here comes Collins. That knee reconstruction last year. Let's hope he's back fit around Origin time this year. He'll be in the maroon. Collins. Now Watson. Tim Gilbert, as you can see, just under 4 minutes remaining in the bin. Could be an awkward 4 minutes for the Cowboys if the Roosters get the weight of possession. I know they're inside their own half, but I wouldn't be surprised if they try something at the end of this set. Stretch the Cowboys. He's become the master of the spin. Butcher, he never takes a straight run. He spins in every tackle. Watson to Takiaho inside to Tedesco. Just got him, Robson and Cotter. Now Watson. Keary bombing to Taulangi's corner this time and does well. Not quite the height of the jump that we see on the opposite side of the field. Pressure was there all the same.
Stand now, Marcus, wait, Lindsay, Joey, go 2.
Now to Phil. Stats over the last few years when the Roosters complete at a really good rate, because they've had a low completion rate season in, season out, but when they get around this area, this 14 or 16 they've done tonight, they've pretty much been unbeaten. Tabuai-Fidow.
Just pulled down there by Taukeiaho, just grabbed him by the jumper. Nice ball from Hiku. Townsend can't handle it.
What a deflating moment that is for the Cowboys fans. Tedesco away for Walker.
Did he pull up there, Sam Walker?
Hold, go, 0.
Tupanua.
It was Hiku that got the ball away for Tabuai-Fidow.
Not a happy couple of minutes for Chad Townsend.
That's it there, Luke.
This is going to be a tough set. A little bit of fatigue coming up to half-time. 30 minutes gone. Got to defend again inside your own half. Roosters really going about their work effectively. Crichton now on, fresh, ready to roll. Watson, Collins, Keary, Tedesco's looming. There he is, Manu. Taulangi slipped and go. Oh, dead and shot. Great front on defence. Keary back for Manu. Then to Radley! Victor! The inflictor inflicts some damage on the scoreboard. Roosters have their 3rd. Radley has his 1st for the season.
Well, they make them pay for 12 men. Tom Gilbert still off the field. Keary running a nice line cross field through the dummy back on the inside. Then it required hands. Dearden comes up with a great stop on Nagama. But then Joey Manu just ambling across the field, waited for the straight runner. He got that in Victor Radley, splits the Cowboys defence there to Noah Brown and Ruben Cotter. Great direct run from the 13. Gets past Tabuai for Doe. And celebrations in the box. Takes the lead out to 12 with a kick to come.
Radley has been so good in defence, and there he is as a running forward. The pass was absolutely on the line. It wasn't backwards, but I don't think it was forwards. It was directly in line from Manu. Well, there's pain felt by Tom Gilbert, but so there should be for his act, leaving his side with 12 men. He owes his team a bit when he comes back on. You're backing him here, Brandy?
He'll kick this one.
Okay.
Andrew.
Locked in by Brandy. For 3. He's got that one. 3 tries, 1 conversion from Walker. It's a good-looking scoreboard for the Roosters. 14-0, Brent.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And Victor Radley, that man there, just a nice straight run. You'll see on the replay, Ruben Cotter's just a little bit slow off the line. It almost shows him where to run, Victor Radley, and you give him an opportunity like that. He's too big, too strong, and strolls over to give them a 14-point lead. They're in trouble here at the moment. The Cowboys, half-time can't come quick enough. Yeah,
very smart play there by Joey Manu. Just started to drift across the face of the Cowboys defenders, just looking for someone to hit a hole, and Victor Radley put his hand up.
It's been 13 years since the Cowboys won a game against the Roosters when they've trailed at half-time. Kick-off. Well, that's inventive from the Cowboys. Roll the dice and get a result. Cotter, 14-0 scoreline, requires a little bit of a change-up. It was well executed. It's 13-13 now. Deeding. Holmes got through the front line, got through the second line, and then passed as he was headed over the sideline.
Yeah, had to throw the ball back in. I was wondering, with the strength of the Joey Manu tackle was too much. There it is, Val Holmes, the kickoff.
Sold it.
Got them all. Sam Walker the closest, and then gets out of the tackle. And look at the strength from Joey Manu. Had no other option but to throw it inside. Val Holmes almost came up with a try. That would have been incredible. Provide the kickoff, then score a try.
That was good, wasn't it? The arm up, going along to the corner. Beautifully pulled off. That's one for the memory bank for other teams, you know, just to be alert. But Holmes pulled that out there. Here's Tupou.
Whenever you assume something's going to happen, it's dangerous.
Now Crichton.
Never assume, Andrew.
It's a good half of football from the Roosters because the Cowboys came all revved up, big crowd, at the back of a couple of wins. Momirovski to Tupou. This is good. This is better than good. The pass rolled along the ground to Watson. Then Momirovski for Crichton. Like a gutter ball in from the wing from Tupou.
Gee, the hands down that left side were beautiful from the Roosters players.
Radley is his own best we've seen the Roosters this year. Now Manu with it. Manu, oh, sensational. Manu Nangama back in the NRL at 33 scores a try. But can you say red-hot Roosters in Townsville?
Well, you certainly can, and let's just have a look at this left side play that got them into some field position. Momirovski out to Tupou, brilliant hands on the inside. A little bit of luck with this one, but it went backwards. They play on, Momirovski to Crichton. They then attack the right side. Victor Radley again getting the first pass. Keary involved. Joey Manu on the outside of Val Holmes, and then delivers a perfect flick pass there to Nangama. What a sequence of plays there from the Roosters. Gee, that was impressive. Left side, right side, 18-0. They've turned it on. The Roosters are here to try and get their season started. They had a win against Manly, but 2 losses, and you'd have to say well down on what we've expected from the Roosters in the loss to Newcastle round 1, and then the Bunnies in their game last week.
terrific fella, the try scorer as well. Kevin scored his last game in the Super League, was a 2-try man of the match grand final winning performance for St Helens.
So was it 2018 when he was last here?
Yeah, well, 3 years in St Helens. And they've loved him. 75 games over there. Walker.
He's kicked.
Riding it. Yes, he's done it. Well done, Sam. It's a relief. It's a real relief look on the face.
Yeah, that's a thank God moment. Certainly worth having a look at this one again. Keary just holding the ball up, getting Val Holmes on the inside. The long ball to Joey Manu, put him in space, and then Manu, the sort of player he is, just executed the flick pass perfectly out to Nangama.
And Tate on the sideline.
Yeah, that man on screen there, Luke Keary, he's been outstanding tonight, just pulling all the strings, and his connection with Tedesco out the back, he's been right back to his best.
20-0 then. Roosters have well and truly played to the silence tonight. The home fans are stunned. Roosters 5 line breaks to 1 so far tonight. And they've had 56% of the ball and have completed 17 of 19 sets. They're really good numbers. The Roosters are back based on the opening 36 minutes of this one. Crichton on the run. Quick play the balls. Oh, this is a very dangerous 4 minutes now. The Cowboys, the petrol tank's on empty, let me tell you. Watson, Keary. It's not cheap to fill these days. Taulagi has the ball and caught by Manu.
And again, an outstanding set put together by the Roosters. Quick play the balls, the Cowboys on the back pedal and hand the ball back just metres out from the try line.
They're with ball in hand. They're one drop ball away from maybe disaster before half-time here, the Cowboys. Robson tries to help the cause there, and they're handy meters. W.I. Fido, Neem on that run. Now, they've done well to get to play 5 and almost back to the 40. Townsend needs a kick, doesn't have it. Nanite, has he got a kick? They need something. So he does a chip over the top. And Collins comes up with the ball. That's an odd play. Nanite chip, last tackle. Collins front rower cleans up.
No, you don't want your back rower having to make that decision of what sort of kick do I put in when the ball lands in my hands. But at 20-0, they need something special, the Cowboys.
Well, they just couldn't afford to be defending in their own half at the start of the set. That's what ended up happening. Here's Walker. Tupanua. Thought he saw a hole behind the markers. Now Watson, Tedesco. They're so lively. Radley, look at the energy in the Roosters. In contrast to their opponents here. Everyone wants the ball. Here we go again. Felt v Tupou. Ball is loose. Momorowski, tip on. Robson comes up with it. Big save for North Queensland there.
Yeah, the bouncing ball favouring the Cowboys. They needed it. Tupou was around the mark again. Kicks from the Roosters halves, both Sam Walker and Keary, have been extremely accurate. They're landing on the try line, which is exactly what you want.
Can Lightning strike twice on a Super Saturday, a week apart? 22-0, remember? Going up to half-time, Titans and Raiders. And the Raiders come back to win. Can the Cowboys come up with a try in the final minute of the first half? Townsend, long bomb. Tedesco. Oh, he got the foot to... I thought he got the foot to the goal line. The play on is the call. Goal line counts as in goal. With it for the Roosters. They negotiate this set. And it's been a destructive first half by the visitors.
He's been strong, Daniel Tupou. Apart from being good in the air, made some terrific runs out of his own end.
Done everything right in this set. No sign of a drop ball. Watson, Keary, then out for Manu, who stepped Holmes easily. They got inside him. And then the ball came loose. Was it knocked out? No, they say. Holmes with it. One last shot, Cowboys. Felt with the ball. Mind you, they are 60 metres away from the Roosters line. Set restart. WI Fido. Haven't been able to set him up in space yet, the Cowboys, for the hammer. Robson, there's another set restart, is it? And now Dearden will do a trick shot. And chasing through, it's Gilbert out on the wing. Tedesco tries to bat over the top. It's ended up over the sideline. Gee, they must think Tom Gilbert's fast. Tom Dearden puts in the kick. Tom rushing down the left wing. 4 tries to the Roosters in the first half. A rousing return to form from them at half-time. Roosters 20, Cowboys 0. Four tries in the first half. Second half underway. Cowboys had to endure 10 minutes of that first half and considered 2 tries when they were down 12 men with Tom Gilbert off for a professional foul.
Up square, Lindsay. Hold us here, Victor. Wait, Connor, hold. Go one.
So it's a long road back. Has to start somewhere. Gilbert on the run. Talked about the Roosters completion rate. Certainly that's not the root of the problem for the Cowboys tonight. They completed at 15 of 18, 83% in the first half.
The difference is whatever opportunities the Roosters have been able to give themselves, they've capitalised on it. They've scored 4 tries, but the chances they've been given, they've turned into 4 and 6 points. Good shot, Collins over the top of Cotter.
Yeah, left shoulder into Ruben Cotter. He's as game as they come. Back to Townsend. Keary and Walker very good tonight. 4th game as a combination. Tupou bringing it back now for the Roosters. And he's picked up and taken back. The giraffe there. The zookeepers came in on him there. So can they force a mistake with the speed off the line, the Cowboys?
Up now, Chad. Lock in, hold. Go,
Trying the first half. I'm told the Roosters flew up both his mother and brother to watch his debut for the Roosters. But as I say, it's quite a journey. 33 years of age. Good run. Connor Watson. Great run, Connor Watson. Tedesco's a good man to have in support too. 20 metres away from the line. Alarm bells ringing across Townsville here. Sloppy play the ball. Walker then to Radley. Not quite on the rack, but close to it here. Felt slows the play the ball down. Radley slow to his feet. Wasn't impressed with the tackle. Keary's kick. Pressure at the back. Oh, Manu! Yes! Manu is just too good tonight. Valentine Holmes was sensational last Sunday. Joseph Manu maybe even better tonight.
Boy, that's some skill, isn't it, from Joey Manu there, just juggling the ball. Won the battle to it, and here's the bust. Connor Watson up the middle, supported by Tedesco. He went right, he went left. He had Luke Keary on the right side. They take a couple of tackles, get to the 5th. Keary chips it into the defensive line. Manu up over the top of Val Holmes, and then too much strength for Tom Dearden to hold him up. But the ability of Joey Manu there to control that ball wins the battle in the air. But look at that, just tips it onto himself, drags it in with the right hand and slams it down. And it's certainly a rising class where the Cowboys have now been exposed. 24-0 kick to come from Sam Walker.
Yeah, first set of the second half, the Roosters in an attacking position. And they manufacture that try. Keary is on song tonight. Yeah, you do have to cut some slack for players coming back from the knee reconstruction. Perhaps we expect too much just because he's a superstar, Luke Keary, but actually maybe expected too much right from the get-go this season. I was just thinking, Sam Walker, it was this round last year we got to see him for the first time in the NRL. He was forced in. A couple of try assists on debut against the Warriors. And here he is. He's got another one across the face. Well, Sam. 2 from 5. Brent Tate's sideline. That's made the halftime address look not so good now, the Cowboys.
Yeah, absolutely. Some real danger signs there, as you mentioned, for the Cowboys. But Luke Keary coming back from that knee injury, Vossi, it does take a good 8 to 10 games before you find your feet again. You've got to find your confidence. It's always in the back of your head when you're coming back from a knee reconstruction. So if his third game back tonight or his fourth game back tonight, I think he's been outstanding. He's controlled the ruck. His kicking game's been impeccable, and his pass selection with James Tedesco has been impeccable. He's back to his best tonight.
Yeah, all the Roosters stars have stepped up, haven't they? Manu, Keary, Tedesco have been brilliant.
Yeah.
Manu, we highlighted his first half in the half just as we went to the halftime break.
Well, let's hope they all stay fit, those players you mentioned there. Collins bringing it back. We've got a terrific rotation tonight. We haven't seen young Daniel Saluka-Fafita yet. But the other three have all had an impact, haven't they? Collins, Crichton, Watson.
And they had the Cowboys on the back foot for a lot of that first half, particularly when Tom Gilbert was off the field, and they stepped up the pace. That's how they approached that first set. They could play the ball, allowed Watson to get out of dummy half and open them up.
The intensity they're playing at too, following up from the try. Real conviction about their running here. Radley to halfway. He copped one a little high there, I thought, from Robson. You won't complain, Victor. Up again. That's a love bite for Victor Radley. I think we could say that this time on a Saturday night. Taulagi back with the ball for the Cowboys. And Dearden on to Holmes. Manu's got him covered tonight. A clash of two big names in the centres. Townsend on for Phil.
Yeah, he's beaten him with speed. He's beaten him with footwork. He's beaten him in the air. It's a knockout win so far for Joey Manu.
Here's Hiku, and now they've got no shape to their attack here, the Cowboys. I know you can't be trying to score off every set, but there's been not a great deal happening here. Neen for Robson, 35-metre gain in the set so early in the second half. That's a worry. That's a big worry. Tupou handles it easily. Roosters back with the ball and an offload. Walker to Momirovski. He's holding the back of his neck. There are a few players like that tonight. Going with it, but you'd say that the Roosters aren't coached to stay down based on what's happened tonight. Butcher on the run. Who leads the Cowboys out of trouble here? Tamalolo's not on. He only had 6 runs for 47 metres tonight, starting at prop. Tupanua tried to play the ball, then Watson. Keary, they're going to run it. There's Manu, he can catch everything at the moment. He put a move on Holmes again, a flick. It's ended up with Valentine Holmes. Bringing it back for North Queensland. They needed that. Boy, did they need that.
You know what they did? Manu just tripping after he beat Val Holmes again.
And spread across to Nanai. Right on halfway. Robson and Cotter. Well, the Cowboys tried harder than Ruben Cotter tonight. Robson. Now to Noah Brown with the ball. And what can they throw at the Roosters' defence? 7 minutes into the second half. We need a stamp on the game from Townsend and Dearden on the bounce. Hiku went back for it. And a little haphazard the attack there of the Cowboys on play 4. 25 out. Felt to Townsend. To Cotter. No shift to the ball on play 5. They've gone back into their shells, the Cowboys. Where's the effervescent attack of last week? Townsend, they've been rattled by the Roosters. They tried the high ball. Then Gunner's gone. He's all over it. Taulagi never really got in front of him there. And the Roosters are back in possession.
Yeah, look, their kicking game has provided them with plenty of points in the last couple of weeks, but they don't want to be just relying on that. They didn't turn the Roosters round in that set. They didn't the set before where they only made 35 metres. At 24-0, it's not easy to turn momentum your way as Neem puts a good shot there on Angus Crichton. And it didn't seem, apart from Gilbert being sin-bin for 10, it's not as if the Cowboys really did much wrong in the first half. They were just outplayed, and whatever chances the Roosters provided or made for themselves, they grabbed.
Keary from inside the 40. Tavio Fido. Taulagi will bring it back. I'd be making sure I don't go half-hearted into the Roosters' defence. 24-0. It's 5 tries to 0. It is 6 line breaks to 1.
And points can help, but all of a sudden the Roosters' defence has got an energy about it, which is making it look like it's going to be tough for the Cowboys. Well, they're going to have to do something special. One up's not going to break this Cowboys' defence.
Granville's on, and this is Neen. So Luca Fafita is on for the Roosters involved in that tackle there. Cotter and Dearden, Lukey. All the bench players have now seen game time. With 31 to go, Dearden, they'll try their luck with another bomb. It's a little too deep. Tedesco, easy for James. And they might even call obstruction here. Oh, they're not ruling penalty to the Roosters. I just thought Tedesco did the move behind Nengama.
Well, he just jinked to go right and then came back to the left. And so I know what you meant, Vossi, that little shuffle there that might have impeded Val Holmes, but the Cowboys,
if they're offside, that's the first thing that
have given the penalty as the Roosters anyway. So doesn't matter what Tedesco does, they're offside. Sunday ticket
tomorrow, the only place where you see both matches, and we'll start off with the Storm and the Bulldogs, followed by tomorrow night at Combank Stadium. I do the call to arms. Let's get a crowd in there tomorrow night, and if you can't make it, you watch it on Fox League. But Parramatta v the Dragons. It's a great way to finish the round on a Sunday night. You can watch it here on Fox League. Crichton to Tupanua. There's a view in New South Wales and Victoria, end of daylight savings tonight. So you get an extra hour's sleep tonight. The shape of the Roosters, how they set up. Tedesco well handled, but the whistle is blown again, and the Cowboys are penalised back in field. He'd played advantage there.
Yep. Time off.
Will they?
Okay.
Penalty?
Is that for the shot on Sam Walker?
No, this is trouble now. Oh dear, Cowboys.
Late contact.
Dear.
Report.
Oh dear. The Cowboys, late contact, will examine that.
It's late.
The young Griffin Neem, they're calling it late. He doesn't want to go, he has to go. They're down to 12 again.
Yeah, I thought Sam Walker did dig deep into the line, gets on the outside. Yeah, it's late. Slow motion doesn't help Griffin Neem's cause. Well, that has become a black and white decision now too. And it wasn't a great deal.
Yeah. 10 minutes, it's a big penalty, isn't it?
Well, it is a big penalty.
It's a massive
if a halfback wants to dig deep into the line.
Yeah. Well, Jonathan Thurston, one of the best ever, was a master of digging deep into the line. Every run, he copped the hit. But he may have forced about 25, 30 sin-bins in his career now. Butcher on the run. Roosters have the foot on the throat at the moment. Watson. Collins, over the up and over the shoulder trick from the Pirate.
Well done. Good recovery.
Watson again. Crichton, Tedesco, they're going Manu's way. Intercept. Taulagi comes up with the ball. That was a bit soft, all of that. Valentine Holmes swerving upfield. Almost tacking his way upfield there. Good play the ball for Dearden. The Cowboys ain't love to reply sin-bin then after the break. They want the Roosters to hang on a little longer. They're down to 12. Granville. Brown. Plenty of time. 28 minutes left.
Mile of time. Big play by Murray Taulagi. They don't want another try against them, and he saved that with the intercept, plucking that Tedesco pass out of the air.
Townsville, Taumalo back through the middle. I'll say I was disappointed with the 2 previous plays. Cowboys free-flowing upfield and then 2 one-out runs. Granville now tries a kick, a deflection. It comes Keary's way. He'd got back onside, back from where the ball had been touched by a teammate. So it is play on. It's all fair there, the Roosters. But you're the expert, Brandy. You've got him on the ropes for one of the rare times of the match, and Lukey's run back. And
Tom Dearden's run to the centre field, you know, not looking for anyone to pass it to. It was disappointing after Taulagi and Holmes linked down that left side. They needed to do more with the footy.
Hold, go for.
Radley, the metre stakes tonight. They've run for 400 more metres, the Roosters. Keary, bomb from 35 metres out. It's conventional in flight. Tabuai-Fidow timed perfectly from Nangama, the tackle. The Cowboys fullback. Holmes alive for Felt. I don't know what plays they've got, the Cowboys, to bring this exciting fullback into the play, but we haven't seen them tonight. The game against the Roosters last year, to remind you, round 18 last year, he set it alight, Tabuai-Fidow. 18 runs, 253 metres, 2 line breaks, 8 tackle busts.
Yeah, he can't wait the game to come to him, though. You know, I know he's young and hasn't played a lot of fullback, but he's got to get himself involved. He's got to impose himself on the game.
Well, he's 4 runs tonight for 36 metres. Tedesco's 13 runs for 159 run metres with 7 tackle busts.
Yeah, and you can't blame anyone around you. Tedesco doesn't wait for anyone to give him the ball.
Now, oh boy, hang on. As long as not forceful contact, it'll be down to 11. Nanai has caught Tedesco high. And Jeremiah's come back to earth.
Just the footwork from Tedesco. Nanai tries to go with him, and the arm makes contact. So no chance for the Cowboys to keep the Roosters under the pump down their own end.
First time we've seen Saluka Fafita in the NRL this year. He's well thought of at the Roosters. He can be a valuable member of their pack for years to come. Crichton to play it. And there's that long sleeve down the left side. Another run for Saluka Fafita. They're under pressure here, the Cowboys again. 12 men. Roosters got 2 against 12 in the first half. Tedesco, kick off the side of the boot. Manu's there, of course he is. He reacted. Manu just caught. That's the 4th. Did I say they're almost on the rack before? Now they are on the rack, the Cowboys. The Roosters with Walker. Keary. Oh, Townsville missed it. Keary, I think, has got it millimetres short of the dead ball line. To the point where part of the ball might be hovering over the dead ball line. But the meat of the ball, the meat of the Steeden, has been touched in goal for a fair try.
Well, it was a Tedesco kick on the 4th that saw Joey Manu pull it in. I don't know whether he meant that or it just came off the side of his boot, but Manu almost gets himself to the try line. Then Sam Walker, the Roosters halves combine. Horrible bounce there for Chad Townsend. I thought he got it down. What do you reckon? Do you reckon there's any touch of the line before he gets his hand to the ball? Townsend
I was there
had
on
to
the
try
first
and
goal.
get down to it. He tried to tap it back.
Oh yeah,
Easy.
He's there.
He gets down. He gets it down comfortably inside the dead ball line.
He's not a fibber. Luke Keary, he knew he scored. That's a nice moment. Oh, hang on a sec. Review. Now,
Bunker's reviewing obstruction.
oh, the A-back obstruction in all of that somewhere. That always sends a shudder through fans.
Is it Saluka for feeder? It's
Sam Walker catches the ball inside the lead runner, who then heads towards the defensive line. The Roosters then gain an advantage. We have a decision.
so Daniel Saluka for feeder is just standing.
Yeah,
well, he's standing in no man's land.
Absolute nothing. He's not a decoy. Look at Jason Ryle back kick. Jason said, Matt, that's yours. You're in charge of kick plays. 28-0. not.
And it was Jason Taumalolo who was opposite him, and as he went for Sam
The rule
Walker,
is Sam catches it inside the bloke who's in front of the ball and then runs around behind and gains an advantage with a kick. Sorry?
How's he gained an advantage?
Oh, that's the ruler, mate. They believe he's gained an advantage. Hey?
I don't understand the ruling.
Oh,
He's
well,
behind the lead and kicked it.
they say he's run behind him and that it's disadvantage of the defence.
and it did. It disadvantaged Jason Taumalolo. When you watch it again on replay, Luke Fifita just sort of ambled back on the inside, and that forced Taumalolo to make. You watch Taumalolo sprint out now. Oh, it's to Noah Brown.
He gets more pressure on the kicker.
Correct.
If he gets straight passage. I agree with the bunker.
Yes, I do too.
He's there just a fraction of a second quicker, and the kick mightn't have been as precise.
And so Luke Fifita did not have to be standing.
On the last tackle, he's not a lead runner. He's nothing there. So I support the bunker.
You feeling all right, Bossy?
Oh dear, Brett Tate sideline watching this one at 24-0. It's a thread that the Cowboys are hanging to here. Townsend's taken a quick tap. But
Can't go quick on a high contact, mate.
Jared says no. Cowboys are still down to 12. That basically would have been it had they conceded there. You know, it's a forlorn hope, but there's still a hope with the time on the clock.
Sorry, Chad, we can't go quick on any foul play, mate.
It's a long way back, but time is on their side at the moment. But they need to make it count, and they need to make it count by sixes.
Lovely polite exchange from Sutton apologising to Townsend. You can't take a quick tap on foul play. Menace cost nothing. 28 metres away from the line. The Cowboys, Townsend. So now Brown, he's always lost the ball and the tackle. My goodness. One tackle into an attacking set while you're down to 12.
Yeah, it doesn't help their cause, does it?
And the Roosters come back with the ball. I think the Cowboys fans can believe what just happened. Crichton on the run. Less than a handful of errors tonight with ball in hand. The Cowboys, that was only their fourth handling error of the evening.
Yeah, you can't point to errors being the problem for the Cowboys tonight.
Tupanua to play it. Walker. Oh, Momorowski was lined up there. Felt had him. He was counting his ribs. Which one will I hit? And I'll get about 6 of them. Fifita in for Radley. Outlook forward. Shoveled on the pass to Crichton. He's 30 away. Last tackle play. Watson. It'll be Keary or Walker. It's Walker this time. A bomb. Felt. He's got that one covered easily there. There was no Tupou v Felt round 5 there.
Yeah, but that's all the Roosters have to do. Just kick it into corners. They've got the Cowboys on their 10.
Cowboys in the entire match have only had 7 tackles down the Roosters 20 tonight. No sustained pressure really at any time. Holmes now with the ball.
And those 7 tackles happened very early in the game. Very early in the game. They've had no field position. And even though the errors have kept the errors to a minimum.
A 16th penalty of the night. Fair few there this evening. Losing count about only the 2 set restarts. And they came back to back, I think. And there we go. Ball comes loose. Another penalty. Cowboys with the ball. Him and Lukey on that run back. Still with 12 men here. Griffin Neem in the sin bin. Townsend on for McLean and then for Nanai. 20 away. Close enough if good enough, the Cowboys, to really put on some pressure. Clean off an inside ball for Townsend. It was a little telegraph there. Walker was up on the front line. Townsend. Taumalolo. Oh, they've lost it again. It's gone forward, surely, off Hiku. Yeah, surely is right.
Now they pick it up.
Just not happening now. The Cowboys, as I said, they've, last week's confidence-building performance seems a distant memory. They've been outclassed and now don't have a plan B, it seems. You can't get back to plan A, basically.
No, and at 24-0, things do change, and it changes your attitude of what you're trying to do. Your push passes, execution. On that time from Jason Taumalolo, just too much pressure on Petahiku.
Worth reminding our viewers, the Empole State of Origin series is on sale now. Be there live to witness Australia's greatest sporting rivalry in Sydney, Perth and Brisbane. Ticket selling fast, as you can imagine. Head to nrl.com/tickets to secure your seat today. Queensland confirming their coaching lineup during the week. Boy, oh boy. Slater, Smith, Thurston, Hannah. Brent Tate. And Tate. Is Tate there? Tatey.
G'day, Vossi.
Have they negotiated a deal, or their people still in contact with your people?
Well, they're still in contact, Vossi. We'll work out the details later on. But the news gets worse for the Cowboys. Hamasau's actually done his PCL, won't return tonight, so that's not great news at all.
Oh, dear. Not at all. Tabuai Fido. Roosters, Waria Hargreaves. So Nima's back on, and it's 13 on 13, but that means 20 of the 61 minutes so far, Cowboys have played with 12 men. It's a change at fullback, and Hiku finds himself there for the Cowboys. Play one deep inside their own territory. Eden here for Holmes to run it back. Bradley came up. This time turning on the left side for Taulagi for the Cowboys. Individual running meters tonight too for the Cowboys. Holmes and Taulagi are the only over the 100-metre mark.
Yeah, you have to give the Roosters defence. We've spoken a lot about their attack and they've grabbed their opportunities, but their defence, plenty of energy about it tonight. Well, Neem does a good job to juggle it and hang on to it.
And a quick play the ball as well. Last tackle, and Ed Morgan just kicked to a corner here. Townsville to Granville, playing the centres. Felt's kick came off Tupou's feet. Oh, look at the big fella. He picked it up and then landed over the sideline.
Play the ball. Where do you want it?
Play the ball for the Cowboys. That was pretty skillful though from Tupou.
It was, and you're right. Chad Townsend shaped to kick the ball. Unfortunate there for Kyle Felt. He was all over the line, wasn't he? He was doing his best, just he had a smile on his face.
That's an odd shot, yes. Diving into the sideline. Under 17 minutes to go.
Yeah, the defence from the Roosters has had real purpose about it tonight. It hasn't in recent games, certainly not against South Sydney. And Waria Hargreaves starting, I think, is a master stroke. He set the tone early in the game for them.
Nanai, only the one try second half, and it came very early doors with Manu. No, they're going to release him, so he just passes it. Play on. Well, that's unbelievable. Well, I suppose you've got to play to the referee's call, the held and release calls, and might have been held but no release, I don't know, but he's allowed to pass it. Taumalolo did, and overlap maybe no. Manu's there on Holmes, too good. Joey Manu. 4 tackles into the set, did, and then Taumalolo back against the green. Oh, he doesn't pass. It created a 3-on-2 and didn't give it. Lukey then is stripped by Kiri, who knocks off.
One-on-one, but he takes it that way.
Well, the jinking run from Jason Taumalolo, he beat a couple of Roosters defenders, and it was a 3-on-1. All he needed to do was pass the ball. Footwork beats Kiri, gets to Manu, passes to Lukey. Well, Lukey scores. Val Holmes was with him, and then Kiri gets the ball off him but knocks it on. So the Cowboys will get a chance. Still 15 minutes to go.
Just got to start tight, Luke. Make sure you hold.
The tries need to come pretty quickly, though.
24-0. Hiku fullback, Granville right centre. They come to the left. Did and spun away from Manu. Now for Taulagi. Oh, he's bounced it over the line. He slam dunked it.
Got offside on the 10, Joey.
So there you go. They've already got offside from the scrum. So they locked that in. Everything's up for review. He's claiming the try. Despite the way the ball spat out, Taulagi believes he scored the 4-pointer.
Yeah, I think he scored it too, Andrew. The replay will show it was a great little scrum play from the Cowboys. Dearden out the back. Holmes comes through and he gets on the outside of Joey Manu, and then Taulagi's a powerful winger. Breaks the tackle of Keary. Just watch Dearden get his hands down low underneath Nangama, and then Taulagi too powerful for Luke Keary. And we said the tries needed to start coming, and well, there's try number 1. Very clever pass there from Tommy Dearden. Nangama swinging his arms around trying to make a play at the ball, but Dearden did a great job there to get the pass underneath the arms of Nangama out to Taulagi.
That's one for the highlights reel, isn't it? The night I stepped inside James Tedesco to score. Young Murray Taulagi has done it there. Try confirmed, and Holmes to try and convert for 24-6 and breathe some life into the contest and the Cowboys fans. Waited a long time for the first try. Holmes' kick needs a bit of left to right. It's not going to happen there. 24-4. Brent Tate sideline.
Yeah, great to see Tommy Dearden just still running that ball. That's obviously his strength, and he's been so good the last couple of weeks. But obviously this game might be out of reach for the Cowboys, but I think it's just really important for their confidence that they finish this well. They are a young group. They've come up against a different kettle of fish in the Roosters tonight, who are real premiership favourites when they play like this. So, yeah, you know, the next 13 minutes for the Cowboys is really, really important.
Yeah, good set piece from the scrum play, and you're right. Tom Dearden, a nice spin he put on Joey Manu to get around him.
Cowboys face Warriors next week. Roosters against the Broncos. In round 5, ball lost straight from the kickoff from Neem. Roosters just claim it. No call either way. Referee just says lost ball. And there's a massive difference.
Yeah, big collision there from Neem, but just couldn't handle it and spilt the ball. Connor Watson picking it up, and now the Roosters with an opportunity.
What a letdown for the fans, that is. You just get your first try of the night. Ooh, what happened there? Keary, Collins and Radley look at each other and look at Connor Watson. Quick committee meeting. 13 minutes to go. 24-4. Roosters headed for their second win of the season. Radley and Walker. Tedesco read it well. Gets tough on the Roosters fullback. That's the right winger coming 3 in from the edge to make the tackle. Set restart. He's gone over the top there, Kyle Felt.
Yeah, went a little bit far. He rarely misses his man, but when he comes in, very good at wrapping up a player.
Watson, Collins, Tamalolo there, McLean. Roosters looking for their 6th of the night. Walker double punt. Tupou, not quite precision from the Roosters. Tupou is caught there. But they've still got another 3 tackles to line up against here, the Cowboys' defence. Radley. Try scorer from the first half. Watson, Maria Hargreaves, Keary, short pass, coughed up by Butcher. Robson with it for the Cowboys. 11 and a half to go. 20 points the margin, as it was at halftime.
Yeah, they like that run with Sitili Tupanua. Matt Butcher, not quite the physical specimen that Tupanua is. Tom Dearden.
Oh, look at this. This is the flying wedge from the Roosters.
That's all momentum.
It's a pile-driving tackle.
They don't deserve to be
That almost
penalised
took
for
the
pushing
Cowboys
towards
back to the
they
city
push
centre.
Goal line.
Well, the Roosters have played themselves back into form tonight as they grab Murray Taulagi. Not the toughest of runs from the big winger. And once they got him going backwards, they frog marched him back into the in goal.
Well, I just ask a hypothetical, Brad. If that's up on the 40-metre line, where would the tackle actually end?
Could be anywhere.
Where is the hell? Do they take him 40 back? Ball comes loose. Tedesco almost got it. Radley then. Referee just says play on. Brandy had a flashback to the 91 grand final, looking for Royce. From the short drop out, now Maria Hargreaves there. 4 metres away from the line. Oh, Oh, he gets up swinging. Jared, big lifter. Farmhouse lift. Fell onto the loose ball. This is crazy. What's happening out there? Phelps tackles himself over halfway. Collins chased back 50 metres.
Well, Maria Hargreaves took a mighty swing, and then Connor Watson out of dummy half found no one. Bouncing ball picked up by Kyle Felt. Cowboys.
Oh, Holmes has flicked it on. Taulagi with it. All the way to the corner. The Cowboys get a second try. Brady says no.
He's called it
forward. The
Sorry.
tip on from Holmes. I was okay with it.
Well,
Cowboys are challenging the ruling of a knock-on.
He's going to
against
call that a
Valentine
knock-on, yet he
Holmes.
didn't call the knock-on like a few sets ago. Remember, it came through a Cowboys hand or through a Roosters hand.
I'm still getting over Jared's swing. If he connects,
Oh, he would
he'd
be
be
in
in
awful
massive trouble. He's looking at 6 weeks on the sideline.
Nice ball.
Oh, yeah, it's not a tap on, is it?
No, it's a miss.
The ball hits Valentine Holmes' left bicep, which is part of his arm.
It's a miss.
It then travels forward. The challenge is unsuccessful.
Yeah, good call. Good call.
But they had to challenge it.
Of course they did.
24-4, they had to challenge it. They had one up their sleeve.
It's up here. It's a scrum up here. Roosters feed.
Bit happened in that last 30 seconds, Brady. Where do you want to go with it?
There's a bit that's gone on, hasn't there? We can go
What's this?
right back.
Oh!
I think, did he? And there's the
He
pass
was watching
from
the
Connor
Oscars.
Watson.
He was watching the Oscars.
Kyle Felt
Jared.
picks it up, takes it to halfway, and
Heads into the back.
then they go down the left. Townsend did. Nice ball from Dearden, just can't be handled by Val Holmes. That's where it broke down. Holmes just not able to grab the ball.
Oh, just.
Beyond.
There goes the bench. Dislocated his wrist, Todd.
Up here,
Doing that.
Lock in, Marcus. Hold Jason.
That's real emotion, isn't it?
You know, that might have got them back to 24-10. We've just under 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We've still got plenty of time left.
Now penalty conceded.
So you can understand the frustration of Todd Payton then. They had a chance, they didn't take it.
9 minutes to go, and Keary will
Just not
take
going
over
yet,
things. Humid night in Townsville.
That was a frantic passage from both sides, and there's Chad
On
Townsend.
report,
Sloppy.
Chad Townsend.
Sloppy on report as well.
Hang on, sorry. You good, Joey?
Watching that replay, Jared, just before we
Time
put
off.
that one to bed, it seemed like an open-handed slap, didn't it, rather than a punch.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was just a swing.
I'm still, for his sake,
Chad.
glad it didn't connect
Chad.
with his New Zealand international team.
Oh, it's Clip got his hair. There was a bit of hair movement.
That was
Direct and careless.
What about the reaction?
Oh, Chad's been
Oh,
big.
what? Chad Townsend's gone to the sin bin for that tackle. This is their third in the bin for the night for the Cowboys.
Time on.
So the final 9, they will play with 12 men.
Yeah, I don't know if the last couple of binnings had much of an impact there. Well,
It's sloppy.
Yeah.
Just because it's a halfback on a front rower doesn't mean that we have to make concessions.
Tom Gilbert binning hurt them. They scored 2 tries. That's where the game was still in the balance.
Radley on the run. Simbin has been high use this year. Here's Tedesco. So easy. Tupou's got another. Daniel Tupou closing it on Sean Kenny-Dowell in number 2 position. Roosters all-time try scorers. But yes, you can cock-a-doodle-doo with 28-4.
Yeah, back down to 12 men, the Cowboys, as they have been now 3 times through the 80 minutes. Or the 72 minutes. There's Chad Townsend's lazy high shot. Just clipped him in the chin. Didn't do any damage. Tedesco, numbers advantage down the short side. Across the face of Paul Momirovski. Out to Daniel Tupou. It's been left and right tonight. Tupou grabs another try down the left. They've stung them down the right as well. Generally through Joey Manu.
So he's 1 behind Sean Kenny-Dowell now on that list of Roosters try scorers, headed up by Anthony Minicello. Daniel Tupou, what a servant he has been for this club, and at representative level as well.
He's been a great player for a long time, hasn't he? And those numbers certainly reflect that, 120 tries. James Tedesco with the kick.
Yes, did a bit of kicking last year. Wouldn't say it's the strongest part of his game. Kicked 5 from 12 last year. James Tedesco. Former Italian international. Throw that in. Here we go. Oh, it's off you go to Rome, old chap. Italy have just scrubbed him as a potential goal kicker. Brent Tate sideline.
A different angle.
Vossi, that's definitely not his best shot at goal there, but pretty soft one, that one, boys. I think not definitely a penalty, but not sure on the send-off. But the Roosters tonight, their forward pack's been outstanding, which has allowed their spine to really connect and just combine really well tonight. As we see that kick, I reckon I could nearly got closer than that one, Vossi.
I reckon you could have too, Tatey. I don't know how much practice is being done, but you would think, you know, Taukei'aho he's a good goal kicker, but Sam Walker just not taking that one. And the goal kicking could be an issue for the Roosters as the season goes on.
Morowski used to kick. Remember there was that night against the Bulldogs for the Tigers, wasn't he? He missed 2 in the last 10 minutes from kickable range and they lost the game. He's barely kicked again. That was 2019. He shanked the last one, if you remember. Paul Morowski going back a few years, and he was a first-choice goal kicker and lost his confidence that one night. Now doesn't kick at all. Tedesco kicking like that, Chip. Ahead of you. So 28-4, they've scored 6 tries to 1. 7 line breaks to 2, but the goal kicking has saved some embarrassment for the Cowboys. Radley! Tedesco's looming! Here's Tedesco! Dead and flying from behind. Makes the tackle. Watson with it. Last play, there was only one man onside. Holmes having Keary, that could be trouble. Manu has still gone over for the Roosters. Oh, well, hang on, he says penalty for offside. Manu got it short. Again, a fair bit happening here.
Yeah, he mustn't have scored the try. That's why the penalty's been given. He's not even going to bother to look.
Over here, Luke.
That was when you're deliberately offside on your own goal line, not a professional foul, when you're absolutely on the rack. Someone go to the bin? You know, that defies the logic of the game, doesn't it?
Well, I guess when you're thinking about it, it's a professional foul.
That's right,
and it's denied the Roosters a chance
100%
to score a try.
I said there was only one man onside, and that was Holmes, and he came up to put pressure on Keary. So Watson to Collins to run at them. And there was no report either for the contact of Holmes on Keary, and we had the challenge on playmakers earlier. Radley across to Butcher. Rabbit chop there from Dearden. Roosters looking to finish with a flourish. Watson. Tedesco saying, please score close to the post if you can. Manu. Tedesco. Maria Hargreaves tucks it under the wing. McLean's got him. Last tackle at 28-4. Oh, he's gone way off the mark. Maria Hargreaves kicked. You think, oh, that's a bit...
Time off.
Not so flash.
Okay, Joey.
Oh,
Have
wow.
no try.
No,
Just look at the contact on Tedesco on the way through.
what are we saying? Contest for penalty try or something there. The kick was miles away.
Yeah. We're just going to see if Tedesco's been taken off the ball.
How far off the mark can you go to play the ball? Jared Maria Hargreaves there.
Kick chase from the Roosters is okay.
He's onside.
Cleared is okay.
Well, that's all right. He runs into Heel and Lukey.
If I couldn't get a 4th place, and it's
Just
already a
looking at
record
any contact on James Tedesco on the way through.
for the Cowboys. They've already had 3 in the bin, which is a record for the club.
He's watching the ball. That's
Playing on to this point.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's no problem.
Let's play on. That's saved there. It saved the 4th going to the bin.
The ball then goes dead from the Roosters kick.
Lukey doesn't have to jump out of the road and allow Tedesco free passage. He was standing there.
Just wait for the screen. 0 coming.
That makes me hungry looking at that board. 28-4, 4 minutes to go. Fans are into it, late.
Wait, Reece, wait. Okay, 0 coming.
With 4 to go, Brandy, I'll ask you about the Cowboys. What have we learnt of them then tonight?
Well, Andrew, I think they've just come up against an opponent that was desperate to get their season started. I know the Roosters had a win against Manly, but they were pretty disappointing last week. So I think they've just been outclassed. I don't think this means it's not doom and gloom for the Cowboys. I don't think they did too much wrong. Certainly having 3 players in the bin, especially Tom Gilbert in that part of the period of the game where it was in the balance.
Here's Robson through the centre. You're right about that. I mean, 10 points closer at half-time. Different spring in your step going to the break, down 10-0. As Dearden has the ball and across to Nanai.
I think what we've seen from the Cowboys over the last 2 weeks shows that there is plenty of promise. I've been impressed again with Tom Dearden tonight.
Kick into a little lane, it must be said, that kick. Tupou's come up with it. You'd hope that their last shot down the track's going to be better than that.
And they've come up against a side who has genuine premiership hopes. And they're a chance, the Roosters, and they needed to prove themselves tonight after being beaten in round 1 and round 3. It's been a soft start to the season for them, and they've made a statement tonight.
There's a good tackle, Taumalolo. That's JT on JT there. 40 metres out from the Roosters line. Bit of money in that tackle, let me tell you. Here's Waria Hargreaves. I'll say this around fullback, 5'8", halfback. Tedesco obviously outplayed WI Fido while he was on. Keary's done a job tonight compared to Chad Townsend's game. Dearden's really the only one of those 3 key positions who's held his own against.
I would say Reece Robson's had a strong game out of dummy half. He's threatened a couple of times, but you're right, Dearden is the standout of the Cowboys that touch the ball the most.
And Manu over Holmes, which was going to be a key battle tonight based on Holmes' form last week. Manu's had a big win. Here's Cotter.
And the under-pressure Roosters middle has stood up tonight.
Now Robson on the Taumalolo. Dearden ducking under a tackle. Yeah, it's back-to-back really good games from Dearden. He's just in the game, and that's great for the Cowboys. Robson probably learned more about Dearden tonight and the team being beaten by 24 on the board than last week, to be honest. Here's Nanai, cut out ball for Felt, kicks back in field, Tedesco's there and Cool went back. And still doesn't want to concede line dropout.
Goal line. They may go short.
Got all the answers, the Roosters. Only the 1 try conceded tonight.
Yeah, they've had them tonight, haven't they? You know, even their edge-back rowers, Tupanua, very strong first half. Watson out of dummy half has been a real worry for the Cowboys' defence, particularly in the second half. But I don't think Todd Payten goes away from this game thinking we're back to square one. We're back to the Bulldogs round 1 performance.
I might be reading things wrong, but I think they've had a bit of fun, those 2 coaches tonight, working the fact that they've gone with the 2-man coaching team. Nanai, a nice little bit of footwork there to dribble it across after the ball came loose. But at half-time, they both had their say to the team. They've been in constant dialogue through the game, sitting side by side. Team effort from the coach's box tonight. Trent Robinson, you can go to bed early. Your team's had a win. Dearden there for Lukey. Cowboys had conceded only 24 points in the first 3 rounds. Tonight, they've had 28 put on them by the team coached for the night by Matt King and Jason Riles. 6 tries to 1. Roosters back near their best form, which is a good warning to their rivals in the NRL. Full time in Townsville. Roosters 28, Cowboys 4.